Hello, everyone. All right, we're here to do some tarot cards. I'm going to work with my Radley Valentine and Dorian Virtue cards. These are ones that I have taught in our membership group through horsemanreadings.com. So if you ever end up in there, or if you're already in there, these are the cards that I like to work with. They're really easy to read, I find. So what you'll see with these cards is so for instance, Eight of Fire, one of the things that we'll see is like there's a message on the bottom. So first of all, whenever we read tarot, usually we don't get information. We have to memorize everything and understand everything. So first of all, an angel card or oracle card. So we'll see here. And welcome, guys, if this is your first time. Thanks so much for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting as well. I have lots and lots of videos here, so feel free to take advantage. Let me know that you've watched some. So we're here to do readings for anyone that wants one. So then when we have these oracle cards here as well, they also have, as I was sharing, they have nice things that we can look at the visualization on the card, lots of color, but then the words are really easy to read. So when we get into tarot, it's very, very complicated. There's a lot of energy with them, but oracle cards are a great way to start. And so again, I have stuff like this in my membership group where you can start to learn about numerology, signs, symbols, card readings, things like that. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's really, really important, I feel like, to understand how to read energy, not because we want to do readings for other people, just because it's really helpful for us to understand ourselves along our path. And so that's kind of our purpose of doing these things, is so that we can improve our lives, right? So Cheryl, are you still there? Just say yes if you're there. And what is your question? What's your question? So I wanted to share as well that whenever we're working with these cards as well, we can look at numbers. So if you understand the energy of a number, and if you don't, that's okay. But when you think of the number 8, what do you think of? So what is your question, Cheryl? What do you think of with the number 8? Do you think about the infinity sign? Do you think about like the 8 ball? What is it about the 8? And so these are things that we learn about, like dreams and like signs. We can start to kind of analyze. If you're an analytical person like myself, you're a deep thinker, and this is where it can be really fun and exciting. So for some reason, I'm feeling called to asking you guys that. What do you feel or think about when you see the number 8? Do you have a connection to that? Do you have a connection to the energy of August, for instance, the 8th month? Do you have a connection to somebody's birthday that maybe died around the 8th or 18? Something like that. So there's so many different ways we can look at this, right? And then even stairs. Think about the energy of stairs. What do you think about when you think about stairs? Do you think about exercise? Do you think you're accomplishing a goal? Does yellow or gold or orange mean anything to you? Think about the chakras. Maybe money. This old kind of lantern kind of reminds me of that lantern here, right? As we're seeing something coming up twice as a sign. So Cheryl, I don't see you asking a question. Not sure if you're still here. So fire is also an element, okay? So we have fire, earth, wind. So earth, air, fire, water. And so these are really important to, yes, I'm here. Okay, so what is your question, Cheryl? Feel free to ask. So whenever we see the element, it's important to also recognize that. So do you like fire? Do you think about fire being something that's like anger, or I don't know, why would I think of a redhead? Someone who's fiery. I think about pepper. Pepper to me represents confidence, that sort of thing. So very interesting. So it's all like the power of association, right? And then if you think about those things and put them together with the number, this can also help us indicate where we are. No question, just a card. Okay, so this is going to be your card. So do you relate to anything I am saying here, just to make this interactive? Does 8 mean anything to you? Does fire mean anything to you? Do stairs mean anything to you as well, as we're working with this energy while you're here? It's okay if it doesn't. Completely fine. I was kind of already sharing some ideas. Card saying events moving at a fast pace. Okay, delays are over. Many things happening at once. We just had Mercury retrograde complete yesterday. So this is a really, really great time to start these new beginnings. If you guys have been watching my daily readings on here, or I'm about to download my theta healing downloads, my Reiki healing, as well as the EFT that I did today underneath TikTok. That's like 52 minutes or something. So it'll be really great for people to soak up. Um, so yeah, there's definitely change happening. We can feel it, right? We're coming into eclipse season as well. So we're seeing things moving in so many different directions here. And so when we walk into eclipse season, it's very much about like long-term changes. So of course, pay attention to what you're noticing. Are relationships changing in your life? Are things changing in your career? I know I've been, as I was saying, shifting over to TikTok, all these like new people. It's extremely busy. It's a lot. It's all those things going in different directions. A lot of fire energy. Oh, and the eight representing that action stuff, right? So yeah, let me know how that relates. Eighth, yes. Okay, so what does eight mean to you? What do you feel, or what do you get? Um, and with the fire energy. And then the stairs also teaches us here about, we were just talking about this in our reading I just did. And I will do my best to get the readings and the healings that I feel are going to benefit you guys here underneath YouTube if you're not able to catch the lives. So you're saying, so what do the stairs represent? So again, direction and timing. Maybe that relates to you somehow. So yeah, the readings that we were just talking about divine timing and things like that. We see lots of people struggling with relationships and wanting to get back into old unhealthy habits and things like that. So we're working on worthiness at this time as well. Yeah, so definitely coming up. So this is representing somebody moving in that new direction, definitely. And really just trusting in that divine timing. Eight representing that action step that we need to take, working on those creative projects, stepping into that new light. I'm getting a lot of ancestral energy here as well. So making sure that you're taking the time to move through like the challenges that you're experiencing at this time. And I'm also hearing don't make mountains of molehills either. So if you're finding like there's a situation where maybe you're being dramatic or you're getting more upset than you need to, maybe the divine timing here is that yeah, just I'm hearing that there's trustworthy guidance there for you. Okay, that sometimes we've got to stop and smell the roses. And what's interesting is I'm working on this on the 12th of October for $11. We're doing our energy practice. So we're working on mantras, I am statements, breathing techniques, heart healing, a bunch of different exercises, whether you're an energy practitioner or not. Oh, and we're doing a love ritual to bring love in as well, working with candles, that sort of thing. And so I've got all these like rose petals here that I'm preparing for those like love rituals, which is great. So yeah, it just feels like this creativity that's coming up is definitely going to be helpful for you working through whatever your next steps are on the stairs. Okay. So yeah, your son's birthday. Okay, perfect. So August. So maybe there's something that this relates to in relation to your son, right? The fact that that's coming up, or maybe when you gave birth to your son, where were you at that time in your life, right? So many different things that we can play with. So if this interests you, like analyzing energy, signs, symbols, intuitive practices, come into the energy practice and also check out my recent grounding workshop as a member, as a beginner through the membership group. $11.11 for that. And I've been coming on more at like 111 and 1111, working more with the numbers of that. We've got our tarot numerology, multiple classes in the VIP level, our recent signs and symbols class. There's so many amazing things in there. All right, if I don't see any other questions, then we will just leave it there. I just wanted to hop on, say hello, let you know that I'm here. I'll be downloading. I just downloaded the abundance healing for you guys to watch as well, that just to get you into the abundance flow of things. I highly recommend watching all the healing videos that I have. And I'll keep in touch with you guys. You know how to book in horsemanreadings.com. I now have mediumship available, and I have like email readings, either written or I send videos to you. So many great things happening. Autumn is amazing. Hello, Heather. So would you like a quick little message, or do you have a question? It's Robin with an I, not a Y, like the bird. It says nobody's watching, but you're here, and I find that a little bit confusing sometimes. Maybe people have certain settings, so they don't want people to see or something that they're on. I'm not sure, but on my end, it sometimes I think nobody's watching, and then I take off. So yeah, so card please. Okay, so do you have a question? You're welcome. Do you have a question? It's so different being on, like, because it's like really, I'm looking to interact with my peeps. There's more of an energy exchange. Great question. Like surgery, okay. Because that's really what I'm looking for, stimulation in my healings and my readings. I've been attracting really great people who are like have healthy communication, people who are wanting to change, and I'm just loving it. Lots of coaches, lots of people interested in learning how to read cards, and those are my peeps. Love it. Yesterday, I don't know if you guys watched the live replay, and again, thanks so much for subscribing and being on here, but there was someone who was definitely triggering in the space, and they're like, I'm unsubscribing. I'm like, first of all, I don't know who you are. You're not a client of mine. And that's fine. Like, I am here to support you, to help you. And I ideally want things for it to be pleasurable for me too. So that person was asking if they were going to get fired from their job. There's this ongoing investigation. And yeah, it's just kind of like asking more questions about that to help them. And then they're like, yeah, I just didn't like that I was what I had to say. So then we kind of talked about how we have teachers in our life, and so sometimes people come along our path, and they show us what we need or what we want, right? And to get more clear on that. So even if you're having a negative experience, down the road you might see, oh, that was a negative experience. That was a blessing, not a curse, right? Okay, so Heather, what's coming up for you here? We've got the Lovers card. Okay, this is about a decision. Okay, so will I get surgery? Here's the first thing. This is saying that it says carefully weigh your decisions, good health. Okay, so when we see the fact that it says good health, it says that you're already in great health. But so when you're saying will I get surgery, is that like your do you want, here's a better question. So we're saying to be interactive. Do you want to get surgery? Because this is where I can actually help you, right? It's not about like predicting the future. It's aligning with your spiritual. So, and that's kind of what you're working on. Are you asking, am I meant to get surgery? Would surgery be beneficial to me? So the way that you word the question will be helpful, because this is saying that you are in good health. So this doesn't feel like a surgery where there's like cancer being removed, and if you don't remove that cancer, then it's going to spread through your whole body. Yes, I do having a problem for 2 years. Okay, having a problem. So yes, you do want surgery, is what you're saying, and so you're wondering if that'll actually happen for you. Is that what you mean? Because then we've got Ace of Fire. Again, another really great card, being creative with that energy. So the fact that, again, you've got good health already, because we want to affirm that we're already healthy, not that we're not healthy. Otherwise, we're going to be manifesting in our body, right? So first thing to look at. And then again, change your life now. So that's moving forward. So that would be positive. So we're having that problem solving thing going on. So when we see an entrepreneurial card in relation to surgery, it's like keeping the good vibes going, move forward with that for sure. That feels like a positive thing. Again, it'll help you problem solve. Like when we are going through any type of health issue, look at what type of health issue it is. If you're interested in looking up Louise Hay, How to Heal Your Body, that may be a great one for affirmations, just understanding what is the energy behind the gallbladder or the back or things like that. So when our body's telling us something, that's obviously we need to make a change somewhere, right? So you've got five of earth. This is when somebody's like sometimes worried about money, putting forward financially. But this is also like energy, putting forward energy wise, right? Because whenever we're working with money, you might want to watch the abundance video that I just posted. This is talking about our give and take back and forth, right? So you are living in Canada, which we're very fortunate. So when we have surgery, we don't actually have to pay for it. But for some reason, it's like there's fear around maybe receiving that help that you need. Like there's a blockage there. So definitely trust that good energy is going to flow when this starts to happen. So definitely you have to believe that the by getting surgery it'll be beneficial to you. So all three cards are saying you're already in good health. So affirm that, right? Because we don't want to focus on that negativity. So that's where the Louise Hay stuff comes up. This is saying change your life. So move forward with the surgery. Absolutely. It feels like that will be beneficial to you because that's the way to problem solve. And then this is talking about some fear around that give and take, or fear around maybe the surgery, or maybe it's a surgeon. I don't know. Maybe you have zero fear. I don't know. But this five is talking about like even spiritually, emotionally, it'll help you here, right? So usually when we're doing any type of surgery, it's to help you, right? It's not to hurt you or anything like that. Okay. So maybe if we go back, you'll be able to catch this. I do have more cards, but it sounds like maybe we'll just do a couple more in general for people. I find when I use my computer here, my phone works a little bit better. So our I'm going to call this our outcome for everybody here. We've got 14. So new beginnings, time to rest. Maybe there's some fatigue. We're definitely going through this full moon circle or cycle. We've got the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. This full moon is very much about compromise. That's one of the strongest things. Wait for perfect timing. So maybe for both situations, surgery will give me a better quality life. Yes, for sure. Yeah, that's the purpose of it, right? The only thing with surgery, when I was doing my spiritual alignment connection, it's like an energy healing thing that you do. Um, okay, uh, so regardless, with surgery, we lose our meridian lines get cut. So you want to reattach your meridian lines after surgery as well. That's a spiritual alignment connection. It's really important to get those energy cords back when they get cut. Okay, that's it. That's what's coming up. So wait on perfect timing. Sometimes the timing of everything is most important. Sounds like we're not able to interact as well as I would. Feel free to reach out anytime you like. You can click my link tree and have all my links there. Have a beautiful day and talk to you later. Bye for now.